My eyes were called, my attention was called to a pin that she was wearing, and I asked her about that.
During the first trial, Chris Morano gave me a little pair of, I think they were plastic scales of justice.
The former chief state's attorney.
Yes, and I wore those for a little while. And then I thought, you know what, I just do believe in justice. Justice is very important for everyone, not just for me. But that's an important thing. And that's what we're fighting this war for, I think. Anyway, so I went out and I bought myself the biggest gold one I could find, and I wear it very proudly.
Coming up at 6, Martha Moxley's mother explains why she has been convinced that Michael Skakel was the killer of her daughter. And at 5:30, though, we want to talk about cameras in the court once again because we found an unusual benefit from having our cameras there today. The judge was quite surprised by what happened, and we'll share it with you with Jamie Roth coming up at 5:30. But for now, Al Terzi live at the mobile newsroom at Stamford Superior Court.
Still ahead, all new on Eyewitness News at 5. Emotion still raw on the campus of Virginia Tech. Tonight, what students think about the killer's manifesto being made public.
Then an employment interview that ended with an arrest. How a state trooper candidate was slapped with charges instead of landing a job.
Then all new at 5:30. Protesters of all faiths supporting same-sex marriage. We speak with one minister who hopes the law will change so she can say, I do.
You're watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 5. Eyewitness News is everywhere, covering news in Connecticut. Digging deeper to find the truth. Call the Channel 3 I-Team, 860-244-1669. Eyewitness News is everywhere.
Tomorrow morning, get weather to plan your day. Scott Haney's Early Warning Forecast Plus pinpoint traffic every 10 minutes. Connecticut's favorite way to start the day. Channel 3 Eyewitness News tomorrow morning at 5 and 6.
Now to the campus tragedy. Investigators today are poring over the package sent to a network by the killer behind this terrible crime. Tonight, many students and their parents are questioning why the disturbing video was ever released to the public. We want to warn you, you will see the video here tonight. If you don't want to watch, please turn down your volume or look away. Here's Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Susan Roberts.
Didn't have to do this.
After studying the disturbing videos, photos, and writings of Soon-Hee Jo, investigators say they have only marginal investigative value.
The fact of the matter is we already had most all of this information and most all of this evidence among the evidence that we'd recovered to date.
The manifesto that was mailed to NBC News did explain one mystery, revealing that Jo went to the Blacksburg post office during the 2-hour gap between shootings on Monday. It also confirms that the 23-year-old gunman was filled with pent-up hate and anger.
You had 100 billion chances and ways to have avoided today, but you decided to spill my blood. You forced me into a corner and gave me only one option. The decision was yours. Now you have blood on your hands that will never wash off.
The release of the manifesto has sparked a debate here on Virginia Tech's campus as to whether the materials should have been made public, especially at a time when emotions are still raw.
I'm sure for a lot of the families it was very hard to watch. It was hard for me to watch, and I didn't really know anyone that was directly, affected by this whole thing.
While classes are set to resume here next week, officials are anticipating some may not be ready to return. Students will be given several options on how to complete their courses. In some cases, they will be given a grade based on their work to date. And the university says all the students killed Monday will be awarded posthumous degrees in their field of study. In Blacksburg, Virginia, Susan Roberts, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And high school classmates of the shooter say he was bullied at his school in Northern Virginia. 11 people wounded in the tragedy are still in the hospital tonight, but doctors are hopeful that they will all recover.
A scare on another college campus today. Police are investigating a suspicious package at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. The bomb squad was called in and a robot was being used to evaluate the situation. No one had to be evacuated.
Now, Rachel Lutzker in the Pinpoint Traffic Center.
State police are right now en route to an accident. This is along the westbound side of 84. It's right out by exit 43 for Park Road. Now, traffic through that area is actually still pretty light as you get down to that stretch. But as state police arrive on scene and the flashing lights tend to get the best of many, you can expect traffic to slow down. We'll head outside, show you a live shot along 84 East, where now actually that westbound side is backing up. This closer to 47. Then once you get past that, though, we're a lot better. Eastbound is delayed just around 46, heading over the Bulkley Bridge. We also have one other collision that's along the northbound side of Route 15. This is by exit 56. Traffic is, again, pretty light through this area. You may want to use 91 just to avoid it if you can head up through Wallingford. Before you get behind the wheel, get online, go to WFSB.com, click on traffic, and sign up for Pinpoint email alerts to your computer and cell phone.
Now, Channel 3 Early Warning Weather, powered by Early Warning Pinpoint Doppler, tracking weather in your town and everywhere in Connecticut.
It sure was nice to see the sunshine today, but the question I have is, are we done with that coastal storm yet? And the answer is almost. Here's Channel 3's Early Warning Pinpoint Doppler showing dry weather across Connecticut, but right on the Connecticut-Rhode Island border, looks like there's a couple of light rain showers or sprinkles. I'll show you more on that in just a moment. But for now, we do have the sunshine on the New Haven Green, casting some shadows there. And after a brilliant sunshine for much of the afternoon, we now have some clouds beginning to fill back in over Hartford, but still some sunshine there. What's coming? Many sunny days ahead, warming up too, even warmer than today. And in fact, it could be pushing 80 degrees by Monday, making it the warmest day of the year so far. Right now in Southington, you can see some clouds off in the distance there. It's a nice mild 63 though, and the dew point dry 19, giving a relative humidity of 18%. So we need that dry air to get rid of some of this moisture that has fallen on the ground over the last week or so. The wind out of the northeast at 9 or 11 miles an hour. And Sleepy's Pinpoint Weather Net shows that a lot of places are in the 50s and 60s. Enfield, Hartford, all at 63, Meriden 64. The cool spot in the state is Groton's Avery Point at 56 degrees, but even that's fairly pleasant, and Torrington is now 60. On the big picture, we got the ocean storm out there. You can see the clear wedge coming into Connecticut, but also note some clouds are moving back in from the northeast. I can't even rule out a passing shower as we head on through tonight, but look off to our north. That's where our weather is really going to come from over the next several days. You can see up across Canada, there's plenty of dry air, and that's high pressure that's going to be building down from the north right into the Ohio Valley between now and Saturday, bringing with it plenty of sunshine and a dry northerly breeze. So things are really going to dry out over the next several days with very, very low levels of humidity. Here's Channel 3's early warning futurecast, where we show you tomorrow's weather today. Partly to mostly cloudy at 7 o'clock this evening. And again, there's a slight chance for a shower overnight, but look what happens by Friday, 7 a.m. The clouds clear away, and all day tomorrow we're going to enjoy mostly sunny skies. Tonight's forecast in the 30s to near 40. Maybe some of the colder valleys getting down to frost levels as we head on through tonight. And your highs for tomorrow, absolutely beautiful with mostly sunny skies. 67 Hartford, 63 in Waterbury, 66 in Willimantic. And the shoreline should even hit the 60s tomorrow with a northerly wind most of the day. Look at the weekend. It looks even better than it did yesterday. 72 Saturday, 74 on Sunday with mostly sunny skies. I'm forecasting 80 on Monday. Tuesday, a little cooler, a high of 67. And our next chance for any significant rainfall will not come until the middle part of next week. Your shoreline highs include 66 tomorrow, 66 on Saturday, and 65 on Sunday with sea breezes each day over the upcoming weekend. Log on to WFSB.com and check out all the forecast details, the weather discussion, and of course Channel 3's early warning pinpoint Doppler.
Still ahead, all new on Eyewitness News at 5, a first grader caught with crack cocaine at school. The explanation he gave to teachers about how he ended up with $9 grand worth of drugs.
Then all new at 5:30, companies are offering all kinds of cell phone service with different perks. But how about a 24-hour personal assistant? A somber anniversary in Oklahoma City. It was 12 years ago that the Alfred P. Murrah building, the federal building, was bombed. Mourners gathered this morning at the site where 168 people were killed. They observed a moment of silence before the names of the victims were read aloud by family members. Former New York City Mayor and current presidential hopeful Rudy Giuliani was there for that service. He told the people of Oklahoma City that they became a national symbol of compassion and strength after the bombing.
A model that helped us several years later, get through September 11, and a model that will help the people of Virginia Tech to get through the terrible agonies that they're going through right now.
Oklahoma City mourners gathered at the site each year on this date to observe the anniversary and the bombing.
Eyewitness News is everywhere across America tonight. An early morning chase is caught on video in Southern California. Federal agents went to the suspect's home outside Los Angeles to arrest him on firearms violations. That's when he took off in his truck. Police finally apprehended him after he crashed into another car several towns over. He tried to run, but he was eventually arrested. And a dramatic rescue high above the streets in Manhattan. 2 workers were on scaffolding on the side of a building when fire crews say the rigging began to give out. Both men were eventually helped to safety and were not injured. The incident is now under investigation.
In Tampa, Florida, police are trying to figure out how a 7-year-old boy wound up at school with $9,000 worth of crack cocaine. The boy says he found the bag of drugs in his jacket pocket on Tuesday and quickly told his teachers. Police hope fingerprints will help them track down those drug owners.
A school janitor hoping to become a state trooper is now facing sexual assault charges. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. A live report is on the way.
Then all new at 5:30, protesters march on the Capitol. Ministers and people of all faiths showing their support for same-sex marriage.